We all understand the type of climate that we're dealing with. We're dealing with multiple offer situations.
I'd love to know sort of what's your why? What makes you tick? Why are you so successful?
Have a dialogue with your lawyer. Have a dialogue with your agent.
Both sort of passionate about sort of what we do.
Again, vet your agent to make sure that they're experienced and they're local. I like that idea.
No excuse to miss it on Saturdays from 8 to 9.
That's right.
WBZ.
And now, the show that gives you the latest and most relevant housing market news. Real Estate Radio Boston with financial expert Rick Shearer and legal professional Ali Alavi.
The board's duty is not to the unit owners. The board's duty is to the property.
In other words, their fiduciary duty lies with making sure that the property is well maintained.
And not damaged. And to your point, I think the perfect example, given that this is January, are frozen pipes. And we deal with this, I'm going to say, on a daily basis, Henry?
Pretty close.
Yeah. We're getting calls on 2 scores, either snowbirds who have gone away and have not winterized their units properly, and thereby the pipes are freezing. Now, that's within their unit. They haven't winterized it, but it will, if the pipes freeze, affect other units and the common elements. And an even more difficult problem right now are units that have been foreclosed upon. There is no one taking charge of the unit. It's been foreclosed upon by a lender. There's no third-party owner. The lender, no dig at you, Rick, but with all these mortgages, half the time we don't even know who foreclosed or who actually the entity is to contact, and they've just completely ignored the status of the unit. And again, not winterized pipes are freezing. And this leads to this dual problem of in the unit, but maintenance of the common element. And that's where we have to come in and give advice based on what we think the documents and the law provides.
So what happens here if a snowbird goes to Florida and doesn't winterize properly, and there's a pipe bursts in the unit, goes down to the second floor and all the way down to the bottom? Whose responsibility is it to go in there into the unit and stop it? And then who pays for the repair on all the other units?
Well, in the first instance, when you have a burst pipe, the very first thing that happens is the board goes in and shuts off the water and takes action. You don't wait at that point to try to determine who owns what and who's responsible for what.